Hello, everybody. Corey Murphy here from Custom Audio Mutation. This video is of a lovely, another early Fender Silverface came in. Blowing fuses. The whole amp was short circuit because of the electrolytic capacitors in the power filter section that had never been swapped out. So undid all the secondaries off the power transformer to make sure that that hadn't been damaged by the non-maintenance that had been done to the amplifier. Recapped the underside, so all the power filters, all the dropping resistors, and the two balance resistors have all been replaced with high quality F&T, 500 volts, and metal film, and 1 watt V-shaped metal film for the balance resistors, and 3 watt metal film for the dropping resistors. Those have no effect on the tone. They stabilize the amp's power filter nodes. So from there, went and recapped all the electrolytic bypass capacitors and had to replace one tremolo cap because the leg had broken, probably from age. Tightened up all the nuts, cleaned all the pots, biased the amp, rebuilt the bias board, biased her for 60%, and man, oh man, another just wonderful. Another. Just another great goddamn amplifier. This video is a little short. I woke up at 3:30 this morning and haven't really slept right, so I figured I'd get into the shop when the sun was up here in Ohio, and just finish up the last couple things that needed to be done to this amp, and then call my client, let him know that they can come and pick up this wonderful amp. So with the amp out of the chassis, my client just brought me the amp, no chassis. The bulb wasn't working. I think there's just some wiring issues and whatnot. So I got a test tank on it. It's not the right ohmage for this amp, so the reverb sounds a little off. But the voltage tests are all 100% correct. So as you can see, this is a Silverface, but it's still firmly from the era of blackface construction. So there's no excess of carbs, the wire spaghetti, cloth pushback wire instead of the PVC that CBS eventually moved to. Just absolutely beautiful amp. None of the wax stuff that they started putting on these on the cards, which went conductive, collected dust and all that. But you can see all the Sprague atoms through the whole circuit, all here. Here's the new Panasonic that I put in here, thanks to Mr. Brad Webb. Again, I'm exhausted. Brad Webb from Down Under, champion amp tech and smart guy. Who's always been super helpful with me. These were his recommendation. Lyle Caldwell from Sonic Audio also recommends these Panasonic caps. Low noise, high heat, good ESR rating, a bunch of stuff that I know is important, but I don't quite know what all of it means. New tremolo cap. Tested all the Astrons for leakage, and I think the leakage is all within. There are a couple that have like 0.0359 volts leaking on one side. Not enough for me to want to start going in and violating the amp any more than it needs to be for service. These screen grid resistors are somebody else's work, decently done. Measured every single resistor in the amp. Did the safety, redid the 3-prong. Got the safety ground legal and correct, and rewired the amp so that the 120 is fused and the neutral is not. And then rebuilt the bias board. So a little hard to see, but I know diodes technically can't wear out, I guess. But I don't know. I replaced them with new 1N47s, replaced the dropping resistor there for the bias with a V-Shay 1 watt. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I got that's all buttoned up. You can't really see it, but you can hear the cell phone. My amp makes a weird noise. Yeah, stop putting your cell phone on it. But you can see the little LDR in there flicking away. So anyway, oh, the 3-prong power cord that was installed, I bypassed the ground, the courtesy outlet, and the death cap, but I've left all that in there for vintage blah blah blah. Just, there's no need to do more than's necessary. But yeah, so anyway, there she goes. She's a great sounding amp, absolutely wonderful. So I know that my client's gonna be super happy with this Bad Bear.